Have you ever wondered how much a beef cow actually eats? Here's Dr. Dave Lalman with some research that aims to answer that exact question.
You might think that determining feed or forage intake in a beef cow is simple. As it turns out, it's quite difficult. And we are uniquely situated and equipped to do that kind of research here at Oklahoma State University. Many years ago, the National Academy of Sciences, Engineering, and Medicine published an equation to estimate feed or forage intake in a beef cow. And so that work was done 30 plus years ago, or at least the data used in the equation was published a long time ago. So it turns out that estimating feed intake in beef cows is one of our specialties here at the Range Cow Research Center. And so we just recently published a paper where we have taken many different experiments that we've conducted here and others have conducted other places around the country and pulled those together and tried to determine if the old equation the National Academy of Sciences is using is accurately estimating feed intake in beef cows. What we've learned is that it does a pretty good job, the old equation does a pretty good job when the quality of feed or forage is very low, but as quality, average quality or high quality forage or high quality mixed diet, that old equation was really underestimating feed intake in modern beef cows. What is the difference and why does it matter? Well, I think the primary usefulness of an accurate estimate of feed intake is to use it to estimate nutrient requirements of a beef cow, say for winter supplementation, making sure they have adequate protein and energy. The other use of an equation like that is for some of the breed associations to use their multi-trait selection indexes. So what is the cost of a cow? What's the cost of a 1,500 pound cow versus a 1,000 pound cow? Well, in order to estimate the difference in cost, you have to have an accurate estimate of feed intake. So what we discovered is that the old equation is basically predicting that on average, an average quality forage, a cow would consume somewhere in the neighborhood of about 26 pounds per day, 26.3 to be exact. And the new equation we developed from this work indicates that those cows are actually consuming on average about 31 pounds of feed or forage per day. Well, forage and average quality forage per day. So that's about a 15% increase in forage intake in modern beef cows compared to what that old National Academy of Sciences, Engineering, Medicine equation estimated. Having an accurate estimate of feed intake in a modern beef cow is important because you have to know what an animal is going to consume before you can determine if they're receiving adequate amount of protein and energy. So there's a summary of the recent publication that involves a lot of the work we've done over the last few years. But let me tell you, that's just the tip of the iceberg on details related to things that influence intake in a beef cow. And so if you'd like to dig into that a little bit more, just go to the sunup.okstate.edu and we'll have a link there to this publication, and you can learn a lot about feed intake in a beef cow.